Well, the Prince Hall family has a 250-year legacy of community involvement in Canada.
And recently created a new partnership with SickKids Foundation to revitalize the first ever Canadian sickle cell disease clinic with a fundraising goal of $1 million. The fundraising kicks off this Sunday with the inaugural black tie brunch happening here in Scarborough. So joining us live now for more is Rosemary Sadlier from the Prince Hall family. Good morning, Rosemary. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So let's talk about this new clinic that you're helping to fund. Why, for people who don't know what sickle cell disease is, why is this an important clinic to open up in support of more research and support for patients?
Well, I think it's really important to remember that there are millions of people worldwide that suffer from sickle cell anemia. And it's a very painful and debilitating illness that can affect people, particularly if they have a connection to Africa, the Mediterranean, or the Middle East. With our growing diversity, it means that there are more people in this country who are going to be affected by this inherited disorder. And having a clinic adds to our ability to address that diversity that we now have growing in our Canadian population.
Yeah, it's really a sign of the evolving sort of the times and the sort of, who's living here and who's dealing with what, in and around the area here. Let's talk about this brunch. This sounds like quite a remarkable event coming up this weekend. Can you tell us more about it?
Well, with Eddie Bullen and Liberty Silver, how can you go wrong, right? But it's really a great opportunity for people to support the revitalization of the clinic at SickKids. It's a wonderful opportunity for sponsors to come on board and support this, and to be mindful of the reality that this is just the beginning of a process of events and ideas and awareness raising that we are doing in order to help make this clinic a reality.
Yeah, and the Prince Hall family has quite a bit of history here in Ontario. Can you shed more light on the work that the Prince Hall family does?
Well, it's a philanthropic organization, essentially, that's been in existence since before there was Canada.
Yeah.
They've been around since about 1852, but in Ontario, we're looking at a good period of time before Confederation.
Wow.
Offering scholarships, helping people who are not doing so well in terms of their own family situations. And it's important to remember that the Black community has worked on its own to address some of the issues within its community, but also has worked with others. So this is an opportunity to, yes, bring awareness about issues, bring awareness about health, bring awareness about a healthcare issue that has not received as much support as some other illnesses affecting other communities, and make it better.
Yeah. What would this $1 million actually do? Like, does it mean it's brand new? What's the money going to go?
No, the clinic already exists, but what we would be able to do is add to. We would be able to make sure that there are more money is available for research, that there's more opportunity to help sickle cell families in terms of some of the equipment and pain medications that they might need. But it's also important to be reminded that this screening is so incredibly important. There are developments in sickle cell. It is hopeful. But we can't do that. We can't reduce the cost to patients until we are able to come up with more options for them.
Is it at SickKids because it's more prevalent, it's something that children are dealing with, or is it just that's where the clinic happened to be set up? What's the connection?
That's where the clinic happened to be set up.
Okay, yeah.
Sickle cell presents in childhood. It presents with swollen hands and fatigue and the possibilities of having easily getting in, regular diseases that other people might fight off. But the pain is perhaps the biggest indicator. And because sickle cell is a lifelong debilitating issue, you want to get to children first, get them identified, and do what you can to help them mitigate their situation.
Yeah, absolutely, and provide more comprehensive treatment with this clinic and the revitalization of it. So more details about this inaugural black tie brunch. I understand the tickets are still available.
The tickets are still available, and so are sponsorship opportunities. And we really are hoping that the community will step up, that corporations will step up and make this $1 million investment in our future possible.
I mean, that's the thing. It's an investment in the future and fate of people's healthcare, right? I mean, if you can start people off right, as in at SickKids with this, then there's a huge advantage going forward.
Absolutely. And I think, to go back to your question about why SickKids, I think it's important to remember that of all the places in Canada, for the very longest time, Toronto was the critical center of the Black population, who in part might be the most, have the greater incidence of sickle cell anemia.
Yeah.
But it's a great hospital,
It is
and it's a
indeed,
great initiative.
Okay, Rosemary, where can people find more information if they do want to purchase tickets for this Sunday's brunch?
Well, hopefully you're going to look at the website that you're going to flash up here shortly.
Yeah, it's up now.
Thank you very much.
Perfect.
And but even if they are unable to help us out for this particular week, this particular event, we're taking money all the time.
Good to hear. Hey, Rosemary Sadlier, this is great. What a wonderful initiative. Great to talk to you about it this morning. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much,
And for all the
Rosemary.
efforts as well from the Prince Hall family, too. Thank you so much.